In 1971, a family of 7 moved into a Rhode Island farmhouse. By the end of the first night, they knew something else was already living there. It was January 1971. Harrisville, Rhode Island. Roger and Carolyn Perron moved into a colonial farmhouse built in 1736. It stood on 200 acres. Stone walls lined the property. Snow covered the roof. They had 5 daughters. All were under the age of 12. The first day, the previous owner gave a warning: leave the lights on at night. Then he drove away. At first, it was small things. Brooms went missing. Piles of dirt appeared on a freshly cleaned floor. A smell of rotting flesh would come and go without cause. Doors creaked open. Voices whispered from empty rooms. One night, Carolyn woke to see a woman in a gray dress. Her head hung to one side, as if her neck had been broken. The woman vanished. Over the next months, the activity intensified. Beds shook in the middle of the night. Objects moved across the room. The children saw figures, men, women, and sometimes something else. One spirit smelled of flowers, another stank of decay. The youngest, April, spoke often to an unseen boy. She said his name was Oliver, but the worst presence was a woman the family came to call Bathsheba. Bathsheba Sherman had lived in the house in the 1800s. Local legends claimed she was accused of killing an infant in a ritual sacrifice. She was never convicted, but the stories endured. The Perrons believed her spirit targeted Carolyn. She would wake to feel a sharp pain in her leg, as if stabbed by a needle. Bruises appeared without reason. The children saw her at night, face withered, eyes dark, head tilted, watching from the corner of the room. By 1973, the haunting was relentless. The family called Ed and Lorraine Warren, paranormal investigators from Connecticut. Lorraine said she could feel an inhuman presence in the house. She warned that the land had seen many deaths, drownings, suicides, and murder. One night during a seance, Carolyn's body stiffened. She spoke in a deep, unfamiliar voice. Her chair was thrown across the room by unseen hands. Roger ordered the Warrens to leave. After that night, they never returned. The Perrons stayed in the house for another 7 years. They could not afford to move. They learned to live with the spirits. Some days were quiet. Others they woke to the smell of burning flesh or the sound of a door slamming in an empty hall. Andrea Perron, the eldest daughter, later said the spirits never truly left. Some were kind, some were angry, but Bathsheba remained the most feared. Andrea said she once woke to find her leaning over the bed, face inches from her own, eyes black. In 1980, the family finally sold the farmhouse. The new owners reported strange occurrences, but not on the same scale. Today, the Harrisville farmhouse still stands. Visitors claim to hear footsteps, to smell phantom scents, to see shadows pass in the windows when no one is inside. The Perrons never called it a horror story. They called it their life. For 10 years, home was a place where the dead outnumbered the living.